Hello? Hello? Guys, I did something silly. I forgot to put the box on the screen in my OBS. Would you be mad at me if I forgot? I'll do it better next time. Please, have mercy. Am I safe? Can I come out? I beg of you. I'm hiding. So much power now. Okay. 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 I will do better next time. Your sorceress is a little bit of a failure sometimes. Okay. Give me a second. Let me oh, oh, oh. There we go. Much better. You don't want to know how long I was crouching in there like that. It was kind of uncomfortable at this point. Hello! How are we doing? Ignore the fact that there's no BGM. I need to get some. I need to make that a note. I was busy on Sunday. I was relaxing the entire time. And also just trying to reconfigure my schedules. Okay. Head pats. Yeah? Head pats. I love head pats. Head pats are good. Hello, welcome. Make yourselves comfortable. I am hopeful that this stream goes really well today because this is actually the first gaming stream that we're gonna be doing with this new me. Yeah. I'm adorable. Hang on. Little itch. It's every evening, I swear. I have like little itches on my eyes. Maybe there's some allergies in here. Who knows? But how are we doing? You guys doing all right? Having a good day? Making sure you're hydrated, making sure you're unshrimpifying. I don't have issues shrimping. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I have no issues with that at all. Okay. That's fine. Being a little slow on things is fine. Once in a while, you just need to have a nice, slow day. And that's what kind of this week is going to be. It's a bit of a slow week to get myself a little bit more adapted, a little bit more acclimated into gaming with this new me. Because I'll be honest, actually kind of keeping the movements and yeah. I'm so used to just being a voice out of like a paper flat PNG. My limbs don't move, but everything else does. Everything else moves. And I'm also trying not to like avert my eyes, even though it's like I can see my chat like literally right from my screen. I'm not used to it yet. There's a lot of adjustments I need to take care of, but hey, we'll grow, we'll adapt, we'll get into it. And yeah, as you saw in my schedule, I decided to put a PC game this week just to see if my new OBS can handle my PC gaming, because I'm doing a just chatting bit right now, so give me just a minute to clear my head real fast. Because we all know that sometimes when I used to PC game, everything would be a little sometimes it would just, not work, or it would like run for 15-ish minutes. VTubing is all about investments. Yes, indeed, you meh. Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to make sure my OBS can actually run my PC games instead of playing them and broadcasting for 15 minutes and then absolutely quitting out on me. I'm really hopeful that won't be the case, because that really, really actually upset me. Is having my entire stream based around a PC game, and then suddenly, like 15 minutes to like maybe an hour in, the stream just suddenly cuts off. So we're gonna start small. We're gonna tinker around with Sunhaven. I was planning on playing Doppelganger, the visual novel, but I kind of decided against it just in case, because that thing contains a little bit of mature theme, and I kind of want to play that for myself a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna play a little Sunhaven, we're gonna play a little farming sim, and then Saturday, of course, as promised, we are playing Thousand Year Door with Paper Mario. I still need to figure out the thumbnail for that. I still need to figure out the thumbnail for Sunhaven too. Oh boy. Okay. Let's see. I feel like that's enough little... I feel like that's enough chit-chatting. I feel like we should get into this. 1 second. Hold the phone. And... Whoop. Hang on. Drink. Drink. Are we good? Can we all see? Can we all see this? Can we all see the main game? Is this size perfectly applicable for everybody? Because I did not test this. I did not test like I should. I am professional. Boop, boop. Be perfectly okay. I just want to make sure everyone sees everything. I'm not too big. I'm not taking over like half the screen. Okay. Boop. Yeah, now. I just want to make sure you're able to see me and see the game and make sure I'm not covering up too much. Okay. I'm not taking enough. I don't want to take up the entire screen. Then you won't see anything. Come on. Perfect size. Okay. Yeah, because this is going to take some adjustments. I haven't quite figured out the phases of making myself shrink on command as soon as I transition over to the next screens. It's fine. We scooch a little to the left. Or at least maybe move to the left. Okay, hang on. Let me just... Here? Here good? A little better? Do. That's better. Show off the model, show off what mama gave me. Yeah, that is very true. I gotta show off what mama gave me. I cannot shy away anymore. God, I cannot believe I was holding this in for 2 full months. God, those two... You know what? Let me change up my own personal screens real quick. Let me make sure I can see everything on my end. Okay, good. I see chat. I see everything else. I'm a little nervous. I'm going to be like having habitually... Hang on. What if I... I'm nervous about... Hang on. What if I lower my OBS screen? Maybe that'll give me... Okay. An idea. Oh, wait. No, that does not help me. I'm good now? Okay, good. There we go. Okay. So I need to like really figure out my setups again, but hey, we're learning, we're balling, we're being a-okay. Let me just make sure that this is there. Okay. Otherwise that little red box is gonna drive me absolutely nuts. Yay! I decided shiny hunting would make this a little bit easier since, you know, I'm not going to be doing anything. I can't do anything scary related yet. The chat has wolf, dragon, and cat. Oh my! You know, all those kinds of things are really good in my world. Oh wait, I almost forgot. I almost forgot the audio for the game. There we go. We're good. We're golden now. Okay. But yeah. I decided fully just doing shiny hunting just because it would make things go a little bit smoother, because it's kind of like I like using shiny hunts as like Zatsudan streams. And then we just sit here, we chat, we vibe, we have a good time. And I don't have to pay as much attention unless I am being very, very silly. The problem is, though, there's nothing really interesting that's going on my maps, though. So I'll either pick something and go, or I will just... Gaslights. It's so hard to pick something that's like, I feel like I've already gotten a couple of these, but I don't have the whole lines yet. Anything good in anything good in good old Paldea? Let's take a look. I also am adjusting my lights as I'm going to, so I'm not like 90% blind. Because I had that issue where I was just like, oh, that's gonna be a nighttime only spawn. That's not gonna work. Let's see. Also trying to like unwrinkle my brow because I have an issue where it's like I am noticing, this is my own personal thing. I have a tendency to like kind of have like a little bit of a neutral set face, even though I should like, my eyebrows are a little funny. That's the nighttime only spawn. Okay, you know what? We'll go simple. We will go absolutely simple. We'll just go for the Zephyr, because Zephyer's at least one, and that's not gonna be a problem. It's just a personal thing. It could just be because it's just the way my face sits normally. That's probably what my little downfall is like, I do have a tendency to like kind of like burrow. Which direction was I going? You good over there, whoever that was? Yeah, good? Okay. Yeah. It's more of a tendency for me. Hang on. Let me... Do I need to blind myself? There we go. Maybe that might help a little bit. Maybe I do have to actually like partially blind myself. There we go. That's better. Probably a little better. Hello, great. Yay, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad I look good. I completely lost track of the map of where I was going. Where are you at? There you are. Let's see. The outbreak is probably like not really good. Yeah, while we're sitting around letting Knight do his usual job of knocking these little boogers out. Yeah. We're gonna sit down, we're gonna settle back, we're gonna have a nice little chit chat. And that chit chat is Knight? Knight? Buddy? 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 What? You were supposed to go after the Zephyr. Where are you going? I mean, yeah, you came back, but where'd you go? Did you see that? He just went fume. He just went like, nah, I ain't dealing with that. I just went like, nah, I ain't dealing. Oh, let's go. Bolted! He just bolted! What the hell? No, you're supposed to do your thing. You're supposed to attack these Viper. You're not supposed to run at like halfway across the map. Oh, goodness sake. Okay, that was a moment. Oh. Night, honey. Okay, I love my games. I love my Pokemon Violet to pieces. Boy, does the AI needed so much work. this game needed like so much more time in the oven, and I'm not even denying this. I have said this several times over, but the game is not what we're meant to be talking about. I'm meant to be talking about like the how I was feeling during debut time. So first of all, Avis is very, very lovely to work with. If you guys ever go over and like commission her for like anything, Avis is super duper nice to work with. Hi Kruk, we are looking for Viper right now while we are chit-chatting. And I'm singing my mama's praises because mama is the amazing sweet babu to work with. What? Night? What are you... What? Huh? Night? Night? What are you talking about? It's a deerling! It's not pink! What are you not hitting? I'm confused. Oh, what were you... Night! Wait. Oh, you're... Oh. My bad. Yeah, new model! Hello! I just realized that's why Knight was not attacking anything. He was, he was like, nah! I'm too low health for this because you sent me against poison types, which you know I'm weak against. Oh god, I'm awful. I'm a bad Pokemon trainer. But yeah, yes, singing mama's praises. I love working with Avis. Avis was a very, and is still, a very fantastic artist to work with. She is really patient, and she's like really, she's just really nice. I did not have many things to worry about, and I knew this is why I was happy choosing Avis, because I knew I had like the right person in the right hands for this model. And I love her. She did really amazing with my ending screen, which funny enough, the reason why I chose her for the ending screen was because Lulu popped into chat, and Knight is like, Knight, you good? Hang on. Well, Knight is still kicking. I mean, he's still going. He's still going. Okay. Okay, Knight, you can hear. Okay, you're all good now. But yeah, funny. It's back when I was doing the ending screen, Lulu was the one who originally had it, and I was like, oh, I'm really impressed with this. And so I asked Avis, can you do my ending screen for me? And she was really lovely, and that was actually my first genuine time interacting with her. So me being me, I am extremely nervous. I am a very, very extremely nervous person when it comes to talking to anybody, artists included. I get very nervous talking to them because I never know if I'm going to be like a good client or not. I never know if I'm going to be a good client or not. I don't know if me being the slightly most indecisive person people have ever worked with is bad. But no, it ended up not being that way. The same thing happened with Yui when I had Yui do that little commission piece. But yeah, they were both Yui and Avis are very prominent people in a certain space. They were really nice, and they are really lovely to work with. Let's see. Make sure Knight stays up to snuff because poison types are just bad around here with him. But yeah, being honest is good. Being polite and honest is definitely the key. Trust me, I have witnessed one too many art horror stories on the old what's the polite way to call it? I don't know. I'll probably think of it when I don't want to, but you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Internet, yeah. Too many art horror stories on the internet. Pretty much that. Internet's internet. I'm talking about the very, very specific, you know where. And it's almost like always, like 90% of the time it's on that particular site. At least that's what I was watching earlier today. That's where it feels like it all comes down to. But yeah. If you know, you know. Okay, Knight, are you good, buddy? Okay, come on. I feel like I should probably just send Inteleon out for this. Not that menu. I'm dumb. But yeah. Anyway, moving on. Because this is why my debut lasted 2 hours versus the actual 45 minutes I originally anticipated doing it at. I space out, I yap, and I get myself very thoroughly distracted. And I can't help myself. But you know what? You guys are that's what you guys are here for. You guys are here for the yap. You guys are here for the yap sessions. Normally. Other than that, you guys could probably tell me to shut up, and I probably would for like maybe 5 minutes. Anyway. You can't say I wasn't thorough. Yeah, this is very true. I went through things very, very thoroughly. I thought, okay, I'm gonna make these lists. I'm gonna go over them very briefly, and then everything will be fine. And then I started like really going into depth and explaining, and I'm just like, yeah, this is me. But I had a lot of fun. But yes, excuse you. Hang on, 1 second. 1 second, Zephyr. Hold your horses. Yeah. Back to what I was talking about with Avis. Yes. Previously, Avis's experiences with VTuber models was actually the chibis. If anyone's seen Nova Tenma, who was also hanging out in chat during debut night, yeah, she was the first VTuber baby. So essentially, Nova is the eldest amongst us. She was the very firstborn in the sibling category. And they were really cute. It's like the models that Avis had were absolutely adorable. Like I described it as Blythe dolls with like an anime touch to them, and I loved it. And then I saw Midnight also had commissioned Avis for game. I saw that eventually Midnight became the second child. And I was still kind of like on the fence. I was still very on the fence of do I want the model? Who do I want it from? And I was about to jump into the ship of she was popping babies left and right. She really was. But yeah, I was fully intending on like previously when I was first kind of like getting it into my head. I thought, okay, I'll do this and I will get the chibi. But then I didn't. So instead, I think I went to her during that time of indecision. It was just like, okay, I'll ask her for the ending screen in the middle of December. And she was really nice with it. And then there was like a lot more back and forth. And I kept looking for other things. I looked at VGen and everything like that. But nothing was really... Oh, there was one that kind of spoke to me a little bit. But then it just never vibed, if you know what I mean. After a little while, I was just like... I looked back and I was just like... I know why. And it turned out the reason why I was so very picky was because I was more of a fan of Avis's artwork. I loved her artwork, and I loved the way she portrayed the end screen version of me. So it took a lot of courage. I think Yume was there when I was like just thinking about it. I think I took like 2 weeks to finally go into her DMs after the end screen and be like, I know you haven't done like full-size body models before, But can you? And believe it or not, she was actually very perceptive. I don't think I said full body specifically. I just told her, would you be willing to be my VTuber mama? And maybe I worded it to where she knew it, or her perception was really, really good. And she like almost instantly knew I was looking for this. I'm looking for the model that you're seeing today. And it was fully agreed. Yeah, when you know, you know. This is very true. It does take a lot of time for it to click. And I'm glad I took that time. Because, believe it or not, Yume's VTuber mama and Kendra's VTuber mama, I was debating on. I think when I first entered the thing and I was working towards wanting to model, get one created, I debated on Shiro for a little bit as well, because that's who my friends were working with. And then in the end, I still found a mama that my friends worked with, but I like this. I think it's the fact that I vibe with the art style a bit more. That's what makes me very happy right now. And that is actually the main history with me versus the model. Yeah, you always encourage me to pick the mama best for me, and I did. I found like one of the most amazing mamas out there. Who is who has ended up popping out a lot of siblings faster than I can blink. Cause as I said, I was not the first. I was like the first full body model commission. Icky is the second, but Ava's debuted before I did. I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting her to be like so small, and I was okay. Here's a funny story that I'm gonna tell this now because I had way too much fun thinking of a short. Hang on, I zoned out and I started just talking. So when I was first getting the model conceptualized in my head, I was like already preparing a fun short that I was going to like tease that Avis was also small. And then she debuted her model. I'm just like, oh, well, that joke ain't gonna fly anymore. Now that joke ain't gonna fly anymore. But I still do have siblings who are very small. Icky is just like the youngest full body. I don't remember what I said. It was a conceptualized idea that I had going in my mind, and I'm just like, oh, this will be funny. Oh, this will be hilarious. And then, yeah, that happened, and I'm just like, oh. Oh, those things are... You guys are a little evil. Oh, wait. Why did I choose the Viper? Have I lost my mind? Yes. Oh my goodness. I'm like varying levels of crazy. Okay. But yeah, that is the main story history between me and Avis. And how everything came to be, which I'm very glad for. I'm glad everything came to pass the way it did. Now, we're talking full... Now that we're talking about, like, into the actual debut portion. There's not a lot of explanation. Oh. Hey, night, honey, darling. Love you. Stop. Anywho. Got itchy nose. There we go. My brain, hello? So about the actual debut, I ideas planned to have like a lot of stuff ready to go within the 2 months. Do I become Pokemon? Do I get positive affirmations? Yeah, you do actually. No, just kidding about that. You actually do get positive affirmations. I will give you head pats. Anyway, I will give you head pats. But yeah, I had like a lot of ideas planned, and big secret, that's not a secret at all. I am a little bit of a very, well, I wouldn't say very well known. I am known to procrastinate unintentionally. I have this big tendency to completely procrastinate because I am bad with time management. Now, luckily, there was nothing like huge planned in mind. I think at most, the huge thing was I was going to plan this big opening skit. I had that like planned in my head, and then I got busy and I completely forgot to use it. And I was just like, and then the time was getting closer, and I'm just like, oh no, what do I do? I was like, oh no, what do I do? Send help. And then I just well, the slides are going to be part of it regardless. So I just didn't get the opening, and I was going to do like a little short skit where it was just like I was throwing things around, and then I was actually going to play the this is wacky, okay. I had the idea to, you've seen the toothless dragon dance with the Drift Veil theme meme that was going around during, especially during New Year's. I fully intended to have that as just like a joke. I was gonna have that like as a joke. I was going, oh, nice beats. And then I was gonna like record scratch it off, and then it was silent, and then everything was gonna fall back into place. That didn't happen. Full disclosure, that did not happen. And not to mention, the study was going to be something else entirely. I was trying very hard to find a study that worked. There's a few issues that I ran into, and that's why I'm talking and really wanting to at some point. I would like to talk to someone like Ubu Media, who designs really fantastic rooms for a pretty decent price, or someone else. I have seen like some other ones around that I've actually got my eye on as well that I could possibly look towards, but that's in the long-term goals section, is to get a new room renovated, make myself comfortable, blah blah blah. Yeah. So yeah, everything, the opening skit I wanted to do was canned because I ran out of time, because I was still figuring out my stream deck. I was still figuring out everything else because, yeah. That's the sordid tale of the intro scene. Other than that, I was like extremely nervous. Like, day of, you would not believe, because I don't. Oh, hi, Reeb. Everything's going pretty good. I am keeping an eye out for a white and green patch on these Viper, and I hate these things. These things are evil. Yeah, rooms, finding someone who can do what you want or making it your own is very hard. Yeah, it is. I couldn't find the particular room that I wanted during that time because there were some... yeah, there were just some complications of trying to find the one that I wanted. And then I happened across a lovely VTubing owl who had this on his background, and I'm just like, you know, this will make good temporary lodgings. Which is good, because he moved to a cafe afterwards. He moved to a cafe afterwards, so yeah, everything's fine. So, yay, originality. But yeah, finding a room was very difficult. I'm glad I found one that works for the time being. I would like to look to someone to renovate and make a fresh space for me that's very fitting to me, which is like maybe having an alchemy table, having a nice like set of bookshelves, maybe having a magic tome around. Yeah, that's the crazy part. I forgot about the project. And that happens. I just know I'm not very good at, like, designing interiors, personally. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm keeping an eye out on these Vipers, and also eyeballing the Zangoose behind me and see if he turns blue. Yeah. That's the one thing I've always ran into, is the one issue of... Oh. Yeah. I do. I have blonde in my hair. It's all natural, too. Here, I have like my little tiny bit of blonde in my hair. Yeah. Oh, room and perspective. Yeah. Yeah. That I can understand completely. I'm not. It takes some sort of talent to design interior rooms and like have them look really good. I hate these snakes. I hate them. This has nothing to do with like severe snake phobia, but it's just like I don't like Zephyr. I don't like Zephyr. Why am I out here doing that? You know what? This is just facing my fears, isn't it? Oh. Yeah. Snakes. I don't know. I chose snake because I thought that snake wouldn't take very long. But you know what? Like, I mentioned this in the thing. I was just like, I'm not gonna overly worry about finding shiny Pokemon today because mainly this is technically talking about the after of the debut and everything like that. And I have talked about most of it. Superior. Oh, I love Superior. Superior is nice. I love Superior. Ah! I love Superior. It's a shame that poor Servine lost their legs, but they evolved, they elongated, they turned into a queen or king, depending on which gender you get. Yeah. They evolved into Danger Noodle. They did. They evolved into a cute Danger Noodle, though. A Chikorita. I have a Chikorita for a various reason. We'll see on my birthday, depending on how that goes. So at the end of the day, truthfully, a lot of what I had planned had to be scrapped because I underestimated my own personal portion of the project, because by the time Avis was finished with the model, I was just like, oh, she worked fast. And I was just like, okay, yeah, the sooner I get this out, the sooner it'll be fun, because that way I don't have to hold on to this secret for 6 months. Because that was the one thing I was terrified of, was holding the secret for 6 months. 2 was hard enough as it was. It was really hard holding this back for 2 months. The only one I entrusted this with is Avis and Yume for visible proof. Everyone else kind of got like the verbal understanding of who I chose and like me being very anxious. But yeah, I had a hard time holding back for 2 full months, trying to be like, I'm so excited, but it's like I want to show it off as soon as possible, but I want to make it work. And it's just like, It was a time. Don't come after me, Danny Noodles, I beg of you. I don't wanna waste Urban Mystica on these things. I really don't. I really don't want to waste the Urban Mystica on them. I don't want to waste Urban Mystica on the poison type. Come on, game. Behave for me. I say as I was like, oh, I'm not worried. Dichotomy of the Zephyr brain. It's the dichotomy of the Zephyr brain to be like, oh, I don't want to do this. Oh, really? Your last PNG stream was his Pokemon stream? Oh. Yeah, Pokemon's just really chill to kind of like sit and vibe to. And the biggest time constraint I had actually was playing Zelda and finishing it. Like, I was asked personally, well, why are you putting yourself underneath a big time limit for finishing up Tears of the Kingdom? And I was trying to not verbalize what I wanted to say. Oh, hi, Baba. Hellos. Snakes. But yeah, I was trying to not verbalize exactly what was going on because I really was trying to keep it secret. And all I could say was changes were coming, and that's what I was trying to keep it to. That level was just, it's secret. And I'm glad I finished Tears of the Kingdom. It was very bittersweet, but it needed to finish. Excuse me. That was the particular game that needed to finish with the PNG. That could not. I wanted to finish that straight on with the PNG because that's how it started. It was more for me to be like, I want to finish this the way that this model is currently before I move on, because I feel like finishing Tears of the Kingdom was a very big symbolic version of the change that was to happen. In my own personal opinion, this is like, I can't believe I'm talking about this, but you know what? This is fine. This is normal me at this point. But yeah, that is what went through my head. I was asked why the time limit, and I said, well, I have a big update I want to show off to everybody, and I want to just finish this very, very long open world game with the PNG that I started it with. And I was glad I did. Now this leaves me open to new heights, hence why we're playing Thousand Year Door on Saturday. It's another long play stream for Saturdays, maybe, depending on how I'm feeling. And then, yeah. I'm rambling again. Forgive me. I went with that thought and I just kind of like ran with it. Snake, no! That snake! You are not the color that I want anyways. Go away. That's good, I go off on tangents all the time, yeah. But yeah, aside from me being but yeah, that was the reason why I was like, I wanted to finish Tears of the Kingdom so badly. Because I was edging really close to the start date of when I announced the model reveal. And when I announced it, I was like, okay, this is fine. I can finish Zelda within this time limit. Almost forgetting the fact that I was like, I want to finish the depths. I want to finish all the shrines. I want to get everything that I can. And I did. I finished all of it that I wanted to do. But, you know, I didn't quite get everything. But that's fine. Oh no. My nose is all stuffy. Blech. Yeah. That was like a long breath of that. I'm gonna get a drink real quick, hang on. Gotta stay hydrated, everybody. Goodness sake. But yeah, talking about like the actual day of, I was terrified. I was genuinely scared because I was trying to combine like a lot of stuff at the last minute. I was like, how am I supposed to put the slideshow on here? I couldn't figure that out. I managed a solution. It wasn't like my favorite solution, but it became the solution that I needed. And I literally rattled around my entire house trying to keep my nerves settled because I never stream late on Saturdays, but this was like that night was actually the most prime opportunity where I could get all of my friends awake and available to hang out, and we were able to sit and they were able to come here and visit, and I was like, I'm thinking of them as well because they matter. I want them to be there to see it, but I don't want them to sacrifice their sleep with it. You know? I was trying to be very... And I was also trying to keep an eye on for Avis as well, because Avis's time zones are really, really different from mine. I don't know where the time difference is, but she's... I know you do it for me, but it's like, I don't want you guys to sacrifice your sleep schedules for me. That was the main thing. But I'm glad, at the end of the day, that I did do it that night, even if I was rattling around my house trying to keep myself calm. But yeah, it was very nerve-wracking because I was like, I don't have any special bits to this. I didn't have any special, I didn't have a lot of special effects to it. And I didn't quite think out like what I wanted to show off, so it's all good. At the end of the day, it was still really good. It was really nice to hang out and just chat with everybody and finally just kind of fully talk about a lot of stuff that I never did when I first accessed my PNG. Big story behind that. I never actually had a full... I didn't really have like a full-on debut for the PNG. You know, the floating one that you guys knew for like, oh god, almost a year. Because that one was... I didn't really have a full one because I didn't quite think about it. I was just kind of like, yeah, I'm just gonna show this off because it was just like a slightly updated PNG version. So I didn't plan anything special for it. But I did try to like verbalize the rules and like everything else that was going through my mind at the time before I streamed on here. I originally streamed elsewhere, but yeah. I jumped off that boat really quickly after a while. I jumped off that boat. I came over here. And I literally dropped in with like zero announcement. I was like testing it out and I was just being like, okay, am I comfortable here? Do I feel good here? And then at the end of the day, yeah, I ended up feeling perfectly comfortable here. Oh, there it is. Hey, snaky old buddy. Yes, safe. What? I'm fine. Fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm cool. I'm fine. Perfectly calm. I'm zen. Nothing bad happened. I'm fine. Let me just switch this back over. Give me just a second. Nope. Okay. We're good. We're cool. We are calm. We are perfectly calm. He'd still be there. If it's not there, I'm gonna be actually a little mad. I saved beforehand, so it... Please. Okay, good. You're still here. Thank God. Okay. Oh, that was a bit of ma'am, how dare you? Oof. We're good. We are calm. We are just fine. You are in the dust ball, please, because that matches you perfectly. Yep. Perfect. Okay, calm and collected. I am very, very much calm, and I am collected. Everything is good. No. Yeah, the throw animations are really cute. I actually got that, and I was just like, oh, you're so... That is adorable. Okay, we're out of here. We're getting away from the pit of snakes. Get me out of this den of snakes. Eesh, it is raining. What? Did she end up being marked? I don't think she... I don't know. Hang on, let me land somewhere. Did you end up being marked? Did you, like... Did the weather somehow, like, RNG a mark onto that Zephyr? I don't think it did. Because I think that the marks are generated beforehand. No, okay, you were not marked. Good. Good. You don't need one. Okay. So, aside from that little scare, what was I was talking about me being nervous the night of debut, right? Yeah. Because oh yeah, that's right. Now I remember. I was talking about the story of where I came from and like how everything kind of like I ended up not like doing a full-on debut that day, but I did try to verbalize my chat rules during that time. Probably not the best time to do that, but yeah. Although I will fully admit, I was actually really nervous to talk about so during the middle of debut itself, you guys kind of noticed I kind of went on like a small tangent when I was talking about my rules and saying like respect the streamer and, you know, just verbalizing what I'm standing for. I didn't intend to do that. That was all sudden, and I was just like, oh, you know what? That's this. I'm balling and I am rolling with it. It felt a little weird. I do apologize if that did bother anybody. That I did kind of went off on that little tangent and was just like, this is what I do. This is what I'm not meant to be for. But it seemed everyone was pretty chill with it. It felt weird, but I'm glad I verbalized it nonetheless, because I need to learn how to keep my boundaries set up. Yeah, I'm happy that you did set those boundaries. Yeah, they needed to be set. Like I said, it was weird. It was weird, and I thought like, okay, I'm not going to discuss this because it wasn't on the slides or anything. But then it was just like, oh yeah, this is fine. Yeah, it turned out okay at the end of the day. I was over worrying, and then I had a nice like long sleep. I slept pretty hard that night afterwards. Because night before I got only like maybe 4 hours of sleep. I didn't even nap. I didn't have time to nap. I was going to, just didn't. Cookie. Nom 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 nom. Cookie. You know me, I like my sweet things. Yeah. Let me see here. Anything fun on the other lands again? I guess I can go for this. I'll go for the little buggy bugs. Let me see if I can switch myself a little bit in my chair. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, I think that helps a little bit. Yeah, that definitely helps. But yeah, I'm glad that in the end of the day I ended up speaking my mind about literally everything, because that was very helpful. Because I think Midnight would actually get on my case about this. She might be listening, but Midnight kind of knows that I have a very, very I want to call it a habit. I kind of want to call it a habit where I just kind of like, I kind of just low-key lowball everything and I don't really worry about a lot. I just kind of like let a lot of stuff slide and don't think about my own personal comforts or boundaries. But yeah, she said during that night when I was in Discord and we were all hanging out and we were just kind of, we were all in Discords and we were all just kind of chatting about, oh, there's the Grubbins. There they are. We were all just kind of talking and she was just like, it's good that you set those boundaries. As the other rules still apply, I just wanted to make sure that people knew about the newest one, which was the respect the streamer rule. Because the last thing I want is to have people, and keep in mind, this is not directed towards anyone in particular. I just know that there will probably come a day where I'm doing a collab with someone and the chat is wanting my attention when I'm trying to keep an eye on everyone else entirely. You know? Or, you know, they're just not respecting my own personal boundaries, my likes and dislikes, and my own comfort levels. But from my experience, everyone so far has been really good. No one has done anything wrong. And I have been doing better with currently, because I know not all my mods are available currently. I am doing better at keeping my own self protected by timing people out as need be. Hang on, 1 second. Itchy, itchy, itchy. There we go. Yeah. I've gotten a little better at that. Putting my foot down sometimes is a little bit nerve-wracking, but I'm glad I am working on trying to get better at that. Because, full honesty, I can be really bad at saying, this is not making me comfortable, this is not making me feel good, blah blah blah. And it's just a long-seated habit of I just have a hard time expressing myself. It's a me thing. There we go. Oh. Grubbins! Whoa. So many of you. Why are there so many of you? You're so small. Why? They're so little. They're so tiny. Okay, can I not get trapped in the eternal loop-de-loop of everything else? Okay, good. Okay, getting off. There we go. Yeah. Are you going on a tangent about boundaries in some direction? Yeah, I think so. It's good. I know that I can be really bad at those personal boundary spaces. Oh, excuse me. But I am working to do better. Because at the end of the day, I want these spaces to be like these little... What do you mean? What, buddy? What, you don't want to... It's just on a little cliffside, it's fine. But yeah. At the end of the day, it's just a matter of I am glad I'm doing better. Because that's all I want. I want to learn how to be better because at the end of the day, this space entirely is just meant to be a bit of a relaxation pit stop for a very long day. Because I know what it's like to be a little bit stressed out and just like, we just sit back and we talk and we vibe. We just do all the fun stuff. Even though, that is become an exterminator killing the bugs. He's doing his best. Like I said, and I will firmly stand by this point because I have stood by this point ever since I played Pokemon Violet. Game is good. Boy, does it need like a lot more time. Did need more time in the oven. As the AI for the Go system is not very good sometimes. So, out of curiosity, I think I talked about everything. It's okay, Yume. You're good. I was kind of like yapping on about boundaries and stuff like that, and how I did not intend to go on the tangent of boundaries during the debut day, but I ended up doing it anyway. Yeah, of course. Of course I use the new model. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I use the new me? I would not spend a nice almost 3 hours with everybody and not use it. I'm just glad that the game is working. Yeah. But yeah. Yes, I move. Indeed, I move. Although definitely with this model, I have a lot more tendency to yap so much that I get thirsty a lot more often, so I'm going to have to make sure I have like a lot of water with me. That's fine, thank you. But yeah, back to that discussion I was talking about earlier. I think I've finished everything I needed to fully talk about, which was, I was mainly very surprised that I started randomly just discussing boundaries, blah, blah, blah. How I was feeling the day of, which was very, very nervous. I think that was about it. There wasn't much that nothing really went wrong. Other than the fact that, I was like almost nervous, almost about ready to panic because guess who wasn't running, OBS Studio until the day of? Oh, you are very red. You are very standout. I didn't run OBS Studio until the day of the night of the debut, and I had no idea what I was doing at first. And I'm being genuine about that. I had like no experience running OBS Studio. While he's digging. I feel like I have to keep like an entire thing of water with me. Oh, you're adorable. I want to save this for the Vikavolt, so I'm gonna do the basic Pokeball for Okay, yeah, we'll do the basic Pokeball for this. There we go. Basic Pokeball for the bread box. Oh yeah, the debut was really nice. Oh wait, I could talk about the tags. Because I know there was like a little bit of I was futzing around with the artwork stuff. Actually, I think I kind of at the end of the day, I think I managed to eventually word it to a proper point. But the idea was that not safe for work art is not really it's not really my thing. You can dress if you had drawings of me in anything sexy, that's fine as long as it's not like something you wouldn't have open in public. If that makes sense at the end of the day. And ironically, while I was sitting there thinking about that, I was over on Twitter. There's this really nice these really nice clothing sketches that I always see from, I think it's Nya Hello over on Twitter. I see them like reposting really, really intricate and fun clothing designs. And I was just like, if there are ways to get perms for that, I would love to see a version of me in that particular outfit. Especially the Seraphim jacket combo they had going, because that thing was really, really pretty. But I know those are prototype sketches for actual clothing brands. Oh, I wish. I don't think I'd be able to ask for anything like that. Or at least nothing with that exact same design on it. I would love to. But I think just unless permission is asked properly, I don't think I'd be able to wear anything exactly like that. But fan art ideas, I don't know. It's always, I'm always never sure because I'm a little bit nervous about it. Would I love to see myself in those kinds of outfits? Yes, absolutely. I just wouldn't know how the permissions would go for something like that. Because those, again, those are their prototype sketches for their own. I've seen they actually do create the physical merchandise. That's where the problem is. So that particular location is really, really, I don't know what. But honestly, the new outfit idea I actually played around with was actually a New Year's outfit. I would love to wear a New Year's kimono for when the new year comes around. Because I think that'd be really adorable, and I kind of know the inspiration of what kind I want. I just don't want to bother, I don't want to bother Avis directly after debut for it. It might take me a little bit before I ask, but yeah, I would love to see. I do have a new outfit idea planned in the back of my mind. Just while we're out here bug exterminating. Yeah, I want to do like a very cute like New Year's kimono, and I want it to have, the only thing that pops into my mind is Persona 5's Haru during New Year's. She's got this really pretty kimono on, and it's got this really, really pretty fur collar, and I was like, that would be a fun one to have, because I don't see kimonos with fur collars all that often. I would also like to try, I want to try also learning new things about other festivals like the Lunar New Year. I know the Lunar New Year, they have like mooncakes and stuff like that. I would like to actually spend a day where I'm actually trying mooncake. I think that'd be kind of like a fun idea in the future. I think the Fluffy Shawl is common. It probably is. It probably is, and the only version of the media I've seen is just that particular one. But it's really cute. And that, like silvery, or actually it would have to be like a different color. So that way my hair wouldn't blend into it. Are you still taking out Grubbins back there? Yeah, you are. Boy. Huh. Pee-pee. I don't know why, I'm like really tired today. Which is bizarre, but maybe I just ended up getting too much sleep. Because I don't remember a lot of when I fell asleep, but I feel like I must have gotten too much sleep. And just keep in mind, I do not do the crazy thing. I still have a slightly normal sleep schedule, usually. Unless something happens and I'm up until like 1 o'clock in the morning, my sleep schedule is usually pretty normal. I just think I have just a tendency to overdo the amount of sleep that I get. Because I'm never like awake. And again, it is like 6:30 at night, so yeah. I'm glad I wasn't too terribly tired during day of the debut, though, because that would be embarrassing if you guys caught me, like, yawning every 5 minutes. Oh yeah, Pokemon's changed a fair bit. Oh. Night. Come back, buddy. There we go. Pokemon's changed quite a bit, and that's why I'm actually looking very forward to, that's why I'm looking very forward to Legend ZA when that pops out. Oh. Realization hit. I still need to finish the Arceus game before ZA comes out, which luckily it hasn't been announced yet. Oh, luckily that particular game has not been announced yet, so yeah. That game is not, it's been announced, but the release date hasn't been announced. Because I gotta finish Arceus before I think about at all going anywhere near ZA. Oh yeah, Emerald was really good. Ruby and Sapphire were my original childhood favorites. But I grew up with like a lot of these games. I worked and I vibed with them like a lot of the time. So that's why I'm never very loud or obnoxious about it. I usually want to give games their fair share. I always want to give these kinds of games their fair share because I know every new iteration, there's always an issue. There's always the side that's like negative about it. So I do try to do my own personal how do I feel about these games? Granted, to be fair, in all fairness, I do have a habit, and this is just it's a me habit. I don't know if it's an anyone else habit. I tend to accidentally I'll get hyper fixated for a little bit, and then I'll eventually put the game down and not pick it back up for several months, and then I don't know where everything's at. Then the next thing I know, the next game is out. Oh god. I forget, because at the time they were pumping them out, what, once a year? I think that was the original timeline they worked with, was literally once a year. Because they were easy to make at that time. And that's why Scarlet and Violet have such a rough reputation, because they were working with a timeline that was meant for smaller games. And they fully acknowledge that. It's like, we just realized, you know, this is not how it's supposed to be. these are not how the games are supposed to be. This is something else entirely, and it's they fully admitted to messing up, and that's fine. It's good when a game company side technically says that they acknowledge the fact that, you know, they did not think about the time. They thought they had enough time, but they ended up not. So that's why with ZA coming out, I'm really excited, and I am still going to give it its fair share of... I am going to give it a chance, because that's what I always do. I'm going to give these the games that usually don't get a very good reputation a bit more of a chance. Because I'm doing better at formulating my own personal opinions on things. So I know that there's a lot of opinions out there saying that the I'm gonna go on a tangent here, excuse me just a second. There was a lot of saying going around that the Tears of the Kingdom story was not very good. And I can kind of get behind the understanding of why. If you were to tell me the reason was mainly because a lot of the background stuff was essentially locked behind those memories, and because the story was very widespread and there's like so much space in the interim, I will believe you and I will understand on that one. Because Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild run on the same idea of big open world space. So yeah, the story is going to suffer for it. And yeah, I fully understand that. I really do. And I would understand that one. I personally enjoyed the ending. I really did. I loved the ending fight scene and the idea that the entire storyline is essentially on a Mobius strip time paradox. I thought that was actually really cool. And the idea... Now, this was me... Now, keep in mind, this was me entirely... Probably most likely huffing a lot of copium. This was me probably huffing a lot of copium at that time because if you look back at the final fight with the dragon introduction, you will see certain movements that harken back to the Breath of the Wild opening, which were Calamity Ganon snaked out of the castle, and the jaw was extremely similar. I was probably huffing a lot of copium, but the idea that maybe somehow that dragon version of Ganon ended up being something interesting. Yeah, it's all brand new. I move now. You can also see my lips move. And I blink. I blink when I blink. Everything's brand new for me. Although I will admit, I do tend to like run my mouth and I need to have like a whole bunch of water with me. I need like a mini fridge in my office space that just has like a whole bunch of like carbonated waters or something. I don't know. But yeah, that was my rant on the Tears on the Breath of the Wild thing. Yeah, new version of myself, and I look fantastic because Avis Mama is a very fantastic artist, and I appreciate her very much for it. Oof, excuse me. Believe it or not, there's a lot of people in these communities that I've been hanging out in that have like a whole bunch of amazing artists. There's like a whole bunch of amazing artists. Oh, okay. Thank you. Anywho, what? Fantastic is an understatement. We need a new word to describe your new look now. Majestic, I guess. Majestic's a little too strong. Magical might work. Avicentiment. What? Avicentiment? Am I pronouncing that? Is that an actual word? Toby, is that a word? Or are you just making up funny words now? New word to describe Ace's works and friends whenever they're beyond words. Okay, fair enough. You just made it up. Oh, of course you did. Of course you just made it up. Lovely. Where's another red grubbin? I want the other red grubbin. Oh, this is my shiny life, I guess. Oh. Where is the grubbin? Well, there are grubbins around me, but I'm looking for a red one. I'm looking for a red one so I can turn it into a Vikavolt. And I don't want to... I am not feeling like wasting my Herba Mystica this stream because I just don't feel like it. I don't feel like wasting my Herba Mystica so much right now. Usually I would use up like a little bit, but it's like I just don't feel like using it today. I just feel like, you know, just sitting here and letting the rolls go as they go. But yeah, I had my little Breath of the Wild / Tears of the Kingdom rant, where I was just like, yeah, if you were to tell me that the only reason why is because the story was very much like a non-linear, which is understandable. Okay, thank you, Yume. Appreciate you, smooches. Ah. I swear I will fix my face one day where I am actually visible and able to like completely raise my eyebrows and not have like not have my brow furrow every single time. I think that's a personal me thing where I just like my brow furrows. Yeah, do it for you, man. Oh boy, I cannot wait. It'll probably be a bit, but I cannot wait to eventually do collabs with everyone's models. Like if my computer is able to run them, I would like to do at least a collab or two with their actual like VTuber models, and we're all just hanging out. Ooh. Where is another red grubbin? Give me another drink. Jeez, I am running my mouth to a point where it's like I'm almost out of water. Maybe it's just the weather outside. I know, everyone's a little tired. Everyone's a little tired today. Oh god, I just realized. By the way, I think I can kind of like talk about the ideas that I have down the line. I kind of sat back and I thought about something really interesting. I might need to like look into some extra like tidbits. But one of my big long-term goals is to work on editing. And one of the thoughts that came to mind was not necessarily an ASMR style, but an idea occurred that what if I read out a few Grimm fairy tales for just for some basic recorded content for everybody? And if I'm able to edit it, I would have like fire crackles and just like some rainstorms going outside. And it would just meant to be like some kind of like little sleep aids without the ASMR stuff. It would be just really simple, maybe like hour long, just to kind of help me try to not read as fast. Because we all kind of know that when it comes to visual novels or trying to make up voice lines, I do tend to get very tongue-tied. I get very tongue-tied very easily. So I think that would be kind of something fun to do once in a while. I would get like a book. I would get like the big collection of Grimm's fairy tales at my local bookstore. Darn bugs. I would get like a big old book of the Grimm fairy tales that are like sitting outside, that are available. Because you know, you know the kinds where it's just like this compilation and they're in this really like old-fashioned hardcover book. And it looked really nice, and I thought, you know, this would be kind of nice. September storm starts singing and swishing soundly. Yeah. I am trying to like... I guess it's tongue-tied in a way that... Yay. I think for me, it's less of a tongue twister problem. It's more of just I tend to speak fast. And when I speak fast, I forget words and I leave a lot of space, and unintentionally, or I accidentally mispronounce words. So something like that would probably get me to settle down and just kind of like sit back, read for a little bit, and then also another double-edged sword would be like getting comfortable with the sound of my own voice. Because, as I said, I want to do, like, fun, like, little compilation things and shorts, but the problem is I have a hard time listening to myself talk. That's why I want to restart Radiant Tail as well. And that's why I also like the idea of reading out visual novels, is, like, maybe if I settled back, slowed my pace, I'd be able to, you know, read a little better, and then I wouldn't like lose track of everything. Because I'm tempted to restart Radiant Tail from the beginning, even though we technically went on the that lovely blue-haired gentleman's route. Yeah, I like him. He was really cute. Pesca... Oh god, what was his name? Aska something. He was really cute. And I liked him. He was also magical. I don't want to continue Neko Power for the sake of my own sanity. I have gotten mentally scarred from that last one. Hey, come on. Anime boy crushes are normal. Have you seen me fangirl over... I have called Link a twink, and I love him as a twink. I love that boy as a twink. I love him as a twink. But yeah. I figured if I, like... That's fine. That's what I said. Be a dork about it. It's perfectly fine. I don't mind. Oh. Why is the red grubbin the only thing that's being painful right now? You literally gave me one before I decimated 60. Why are you now not giving me any grubbin at all worth my salt? Oh, I am really, literally me just saying, oh, I will be fine. I won't get mad if I don't get anything, literally me 2 minutes later. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Get that a little. I was almost like really salty about the Viper because I was saving and then I hit the picnic button by accident. I was just about ready to be mad. Where are you, Grubbins? I just need one more. I just need one more to complete the evolutionary line. That's all I need. Oh, that is my lovely little kitty who is meowing outside the door. He'll be fine. My cat is, she is yowling outside my door right now. It's like, I just don't want to let her in currently. I love her. But I worry she might accidentally, cause a little bit more chaos than intended. Okay, so let me think. What was I discussing about, like, my long-term goals? Getting into visual novels, yes, that's what I want to do again. And I also want to start playing more mystery-style games. It's hard to find a good one, but... I'm going to... If my computer is able to play the games without cutting out the stream... Excuse me. So if Sunhaven goes well, and my entire stream is able to run without stopping, I might go through and I might grab Duck Detective, and we'll play a little bit of that. We'll play that for a weeknight stream, because I think that would be really cute. Because Duck Detective is something that's like a relatively, like, maybe 3-ish hour game. It's less of Computer Sun, it's more of, OBS. I'm kind of wondering if my previous Streamlabs OBS was causing some problems. Because the game would run just fine on my computer, but the stream itself would randomly just stop. Yeah, the stream would just randomly stop. It would just, like, say, we are no longer, like, able to get feed for the game. And I'd be very confused, because it's like, why? It's running. The game is running. Streamlabs, are you feeling okay? Yeah, OBS-san, please. Hopefully, with Sunhaven, we'll see. If not, I might need to figure out, like, I might need to troubleshoot a bit more. But I should be okay now. The keyword is should. The only problem would be is like, I am mildly concerned about Chillazart games because those things, for whatever reason, Chillazart games in themselves require a lot of CPU or GPU usage. I don't know which one's which. But it's like, the last time I ran Night Security, when I was doing that 2-for-1 stream, because I knew closing shift was not going to last very long, my computer sounded like it was about ready to take off. No, I'm not going to hit OBS the hammer. I paid too much good money for my monitors, man. I paid too much good money for my monitors. I need to triple monitor at some point. Yeah, my computer felt like it was overheating, but it was running fine. That was the weird part. It was like, it felt like it was overheating. Like right now, it's running fine. But if I was to maybe run a Chillazart game, for whatever reason, it heats. But it doesn't overheat. It's really weird. Also, I don't know when my Streamlabs started, like, freaking out, but... No, wait. I do remember when it started doing that whole thing. That was when I was first trying to do my doppelganger streams. Nothing wrong with frightening the OBS, probably not, but, I just started re-debuting. I don't want to scare away my OBS system yet. If it starts getting to be a problem, then yes, I will casually, very, very gently, say certain words that will hopefully get it to run properly. Okay? Okay, OBS? Are we good? Oh, Sunhaven will be fun. That's why I decided to go with something like low-key, like Sunhaven, just so that way we can... If something goes wrong, I'm not going to be too mad about it, but then I will have to troubleshoot it. Not like... I was still very salty about the doppelganger one. Because it's like... Actually, I was more mad with the Day with Death one, too. Because it cut out, and then I had to, like, figure out what went wrong, because I would have to, like, fully restart my computer. Just to get it to run again. Oops, excuse me. That's what happens when I eat before streams. But, yeah, I wasn't sure what happened, because then I'd have to do a full entire computer restart just so I can get it back up and running. And by the time I get that fixed, it's like, is there a point to finishing? So, yeah, that was a very weird time, and I'm really hopeful that it does not happen again. The only times I don't think I can be mad, but I can be a little bit upset, is when it's out of my hands. Such as the random power outage that I had in the middle of Tears of the Kingdom. And so that's why, if you look at my Tears of the Kingdom playlist, you'll see a very oddball one that does not have my usual thumbnail attached to it. Because the power went out that night, and that afternoon, and I was just like, what? What just happened? And it was a minor blip too. It wasn't anything horrendous. It was a blip. Oh, and it was perfectly sunny outside too. So the blip was very, very confusing. So yeah, there was like a small blip in there, and I was just like, why did this happen? I also realized I've been kind of shrimping this entire time, and I literally told everyone to not shrimp. I guess this is the term of do as I say, not as I do. Makes a silly little hypocrite out of me. I'm trying to do better at sitting up properly, but it's not always easy to recalibrate your own spine after, you know, being able to slouch for so long, and now that you guys are kind of able to kind of see when I shrink back. Unless I change the way these things are captured. Then you wouldn't see it. Then you would have no idea. I'm glad this is not the purple site right now, because I can only imagine I could only imagine you guys just being like doing posture checks on me just to make sure that I was sitting up straight or stretching, which I have been stretching, by the way. Don't worry about that. Now what's funny is like you can actually see me yawning now. Oh my god, you guys can actually see me yawn now whenever I'm tired. I haven't gotten to the level where I actually dozed off on streams yet, thank god. Sometimes I feel like I'm a little close. God. Ugh. Sometimes there are like points in the day where I feel like a little close, but I've been doing very well not falling asleep on streams. Now, if you were to put me in front of a rhythm game, that would probably be something else entirely. That would probably be, if you were putting me in front of like melatonin or something, I might actually fall asleep. Because melatonin, yes, is a rhythm game, and yeah, you have to kind of focus, but I have heard like the very relaxing vibes that would actually make me a little tired. Sorry. Yeah. Talking more about what I want to put on the schedules for later down the line is actually really something interesting. I think I've made passing mention, and the reason why I've been holding off on I've been wanting to do Poppy Playtime for like the entire, hang on, oh man, I am like itching my eye because I got like a little bit of a tear in there. The reason why I've been so evasive when it's been like I want to play Poppy Playtime and I want to play like all 3 chapters in one sitting, I wanted to wait. And this is why I wanted to wait, is this. So that way, you guys get to see every bit of like fun little actions that come with the very much annoyance that's going to be Poppy Playtime in chapter 3. 1 and 2 will probably be relatively easy. 3 will probably be the one that takes the longest. Because I think 3 just kind of... Chapter 3 varies, I think, from person to person and whoever streams it. Ow. Sorry, I think the bug actually landed on my face and I tried to get it. But yeah, Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 varies from streamer to streamer for the length of time that it takes to play it. God, I am like running my throat dry today. What is wrong? This is like the next round of water I've been getting at. I'm almost out. Actually, I am out. Jeez. Whew. But yeah. Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 takes like depends on the streamer and like how fast they're able to progress without too many issues. That one will probably be the longest length of the run. The idea is to run all 3 chapters within 1 day. It may take another extra stream waiting room. Because I don't know if it may not take 12 hours. Again, it just varies. But I want to do like maybe a 15-ish minute break in between the chapters. So that way I'm not like completely cramping up the entire time. And that way we're all up, we're all stretching, we're all make sure we're hydrated and everything like that. I think that would be a good idea. That to me feels like a good plan. A nice like little plan of attack on that particular version of the game. I've been literally just kind of talking and finding bugs. And I've been fighting an actual bug behind the screen because it's been buzzing around and I have no idea how it got in. It's just that time of the year where bugs will randomly come into my house and I'll be like, where the fuck did you come from? And also why? And also how? Hang on, I wonder if I move this, would my vision get a little bit better? Would I be able to kind of like track it? Maybe I can track it a little bit better from there. I think that might be a little bit better. That might do a little better, actually. I'm trying to like adjust as I'm going to see about like where my vision sits without like feeling like I'm consistently turning over to this other side and being like fully adjusted on the other side. Oh. There we go. That might help some. Now, where is this another grubbin? I don't know where it is. I want the grubbin. Give me the little red one. I just want the last little red one. That's all I'm asking for, game. Is there anything else on the agenda that I want? I think I finished everything. So now I'm just kind of like having a yap session. Yeah. I think I meant to talk about tags and no wait, I've already discussed that. Because I kind of needed to go a little bit more into the depth of like where I was talking about with artwork and like where I wanted to see it. But yeah, I've already discussed that, so that's fine. Oh, why are you guys so painful to find? I love the dichotomy of my own wording. I literally wrote in the description, come lucky day or no, we were just gonna sit here, chat, and vibe, and I'm just now here being like, I want my shiny Pokemon, please. I'm so here like, I want my shiny Pokemon, if you please. I want my little red and white grubbin again. So I can at least finish a line. I mean, at least we got this Viper. That's the one thing for sure. You hear me? Nope. And nope. Nope. Oh. Also, I did think about this, and I actually forgot to fully say it at the end because I think I was actually really tired by the time I finished going through the slides and everything on my debut on my model debut. I never did thank everybody properly for the 700 because it was like right after Tears of the Kingdom was over. I went on there and I was just like, oh, of course. the very moment that I'm about ready to take a week away, suddenly that's where the 700 comes from, and I'm just like, I need to know, like, I didn't have any plans for 700 right away, actually. So I never really got around to thanking a lot of people properly for it, because I know that karaoke was definitely something that was slung around, and I kind of thought about it. I really did. I genuinely thought about it. But maybe at 800 I will do the karaoke. Is that the grubbin I'm needing, or is that just an illusion? That was just an illusion. My brain is sleepy. The red grubbin is just a pure illusion at this point. But yeah, I was like, I didn't want to like try to struggle to find a karaoke to go on top of this. Maybe I could play. Would playing a Charizard game be equated to 700? Would playing a spooky game be equivalent to everyone's hard work, where we celebrate the 700? I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Ugh. My throat is dying. I need to keep like throat lozenges or something near my desk so that way I'm like not half dying. Maybe it's because I'm not used to it anymore. That could be it. I could just not be used to streaming because I took like that full week off. I took that full week off, so now my vocal cords aren't used to it anymore. Ugh. It doesn't help the fact that I ran out of water and I don't want to really leave my desk right now. Robin! Robin! Nope. Doop. Nope, that is a cutie fly. That's not who I want. Why are all these Robin being mysterious and hiding away now? Why? Goodness sake. I'm like itchy all over and I don't know why. Maybe I am having like a dry skin problem. I think it might just be the weather because there's just like so much going on in the air right now that everything just feels like a mess. I'm not sick or anything, thank God. Oh God. Funny enough, I was actually worried that I was gonna get sick. Like right before debut and everything, because I remember very faintly I was like having the stages of a cold. But I got over it really quickly, thank goodness for that, but it's just like, that would have made me actually a little bit upset if you guys would hear me coughing in the middle of like trying to get things out. That was my one biggest concern was like, please don't get sick. Please don't get sick. Please don't get sick. Because it's like, I don't want, the last thing I would ever want is to be sick right as soon as I was supposed to be doing something really big. I'll do like one more round. Yeah, I think like one more round of searching this little grubbin pit, and I might call it a little early tonight. Just so I can get some more rest and like rest my vocal cords, because we're gonna be doing more yapping on Wednesday anyways. That's a good time to stretch them. It's a good way to re-stretch my vocals after being away for so long. Even though that so long was only like a week. And I went into that full swing. I went into that entire debut day just full swing as soon as I started really relaxing and getting into it. And started just like going a mile a minute. As I was doing that was like the fun part. But like my throat nearly died at the end of it. Oh. But yeah, that is the thing. I loved my debut, and I'm very, very, very grateful to everybody who showed up that night to offer their support. I'm very grateful for everybody. Because had I been not, had no one been there, had I not had like a lot of the support that I did, I don't think I actually would have even gotten this far. I would have still been my babby PNG form, but after taking these plunges, I'm just like, I'm really relieved that I was given this opportunity, and I was also just very, very happy that I got to work with like the most amazing VTuber mama. And I want to eventually coordinate to where all of us get together. Get like the whole like Avis family together for a little gathering. And just, I don't know what we would do. We could do something like really fun and challenging. We could play like maybe content warning or something for like a couple of hours. Yeah, damn tight everything and all that. Yeah, that is very true. But you know what? That's why I'm very happy with the YouTube VODs. Everything is here. That way you guys can always go back to them and catch up if you need to. They will always be there. Unless I do something really, really, really dumb. I don't think I'm ever going to really take anything down. Unless they ended up being something that I was not proud of. Like the previous doppelganger streams, which are privated. Or at least one of them is, because they never turned out the way I wanted them to, because the way that they were settled. Because that was the time my computer was just freaking out with it. But yeah. I want to get the Avis family together for like maybe some content warning, but I think that's only up to like 4 players in total. So it would vary between like who's available, who to get, and then maybe play content warning, because I personally like the theme of content warning a little bit better versus Lethal Company. I think it's just a personal preference. I don't think I would vibe with Lethal Company as much on a personal scale level. I could probably vibe with content warning a little bit better. Because at least with the content warning, it's kind of like you need to roleplay a little bit, and I'm kind of into that. It's like content creatorception, and I kind of enjoy the idea of it. Because apparently all the bugs have been fixed and everything, and I am still a little bit upset at myself. Okay, so content warning was originally released around April 1st. They were offering they were offering it for free. And I was like, oh, hello. Yeah, they were offering content warning for free on April 1st. And because the fact it was April 1st, I didn't trust it. And I regret not getting it while it was free. Oh, hey, Ryolu. I didn't know you were out here. Hello. Make yourself comfortable. I'm about ready to wrap up here soon. I think we might just give like one more attempt at this and then see if we get the grub in. Oh, God. Because, yeah, my throat is dying. My throat is like on the verge. Ugh. That night haven't been like I was not feeling 100% today. I started like getting a headache around like this afternoon, which I've already taken medicine for. It's just like I'm doing my best. Doing my best to hang in there. Oh, and also thinking of my schedule, what's not on there, because I completely forgot. I forgot to write it. I am going to be over on Avarice's Avarice and Yume's stream. We're going to be playing Baldur's Gate 3 as per usual. And we're still going to be traveling in the Underdark, by the way. And we're going to see if my Sorceress self can survive a little bit longer. Actually, I haven't gotten picked on first in a while, so that's actually kind of good. There's a lot of stuff I have in mind. And I hope that I was able to kind of like talk a little. I'm hopeful that I got like a lot of stories and messages across today, because I know that some of it was kind of like I go off on tangents and I go like all over the place, and then I will just genuinely forget about like where I stopped talking and like where I left off. Okay, this is my last attempt, and then I'll wrap it up for the evening. Okay, good. It's not you. Me worried that I was a tandem mouse because tandem mouse is like the worst. Like, okay, shiny Pokemon that are the worst. I feel bad for Garchomp. Garchomp and Gengar don't deserve what they got. Because it's like, you had these really amazing shinies, and then you just, you biffed it at the end. Seal is rough. You can barely tell what Seal looks like. I haven't been successful in finding a Seal yet. Or Dugong, for that matter. Been trying to get them, like, in the water to see if I can find the off yellow, but I haven't found it yet. But yeah, Tandem Mouse makes me mad. Like, Beautifly is a thing, but Tandem Mouse is a whole other can of worms, and I hate it. I wish I could talk to them and be like, why couldn't you have at least made it to where it stood out a bit more? Stood out a bit more, because it is small, and it is just like, it is small. And the shiny is barely noticeable. What did you do? Oh. Okay. I think I've had enough grubbing. I think I had enough grubbing spotting. I'm gonna go to Mesagoza and just see about what I've got. I don't think I've gotten anything that's got a size to worry about. Other than that, I think we're good. Edit? Sorry, my Discord. I was looking at my Discord messages. I haven't seen what's going on yet. Judge the size. Let's see. We're gonna talk to Viper and then the Grubbin because it's smaller. Oh, fair enough. Just a small snake. That's gonna stay in the box forever. Grubbin, a little smaller. Okay. Let's turn the Grubbin into a red bread box. I have a rare candy set aside. And by set aside, I mean I've got like, and by set aside, I mean I have like a whole bunch of them. Prism floating. Oh, here we go. Rare candy is... I have rare candy, I just need to find where I put them. Game, where did we put the... Oh wait, hang on, let me move my chat box out to the other side here. There we go. Now I can at least see where I'm going. The covert cloak is really interesting. I want to like try and use some of these. I'm not huge into competitive, but it's like I need to figure out how things work just so I can actually attempt the Nuzlocke project, so I can actually be smart about what I do. XP candy, where is the rare candy? I have like a whole bunch of these. I don't think I ran out. The rare candy ain't so rare anymore when you can like freely print them. Silver powder, oval stone, leaf stone, thunderstone, blah blah blah. Oh, there they are. Found it. Turn you into a bread box so it's a 1. It only needs the 1 level up anyways. Robin is evolving! Up, 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 meow, 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 meow. The red box. Oh, I should have used a timer ball on you. Oh well. Charge-a-bug! Aw, look at you. You're so small and red. Oh yeah, and you're the first one in my... Charge-a-bug wants to learn the move charge. Now we'll let you... You're gonna stay in the boxes for a while. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, let me save here real quick. Let me save. All right, and I'm gonna move back over to... Boop, and boop. 1 second. I'm gonna make sure that I'm doubly saved. Ignore the fact that I'm disproportionate to my desk. Ignore the fact that I am very disproportionate to my desk currently. Epa. And boop. And there it is. Boop. There we go. Boop. That was a bit of a fun time. I know I sort of like... That gnat is going to drive me nuts. I'm just extremely glad that I managed to go through and talk about like everything I feel like I needed to talk about. A lot of it was my feelings during, and the big story about like how I eventually gained the confidence to talk to Avis and everything. But yeah, it's been a long day, and I'm glad I got to kind of like have a little post-debut talk and going forward about like discussing about what I want to do, what I would like to do. It's truthfully going to be a very, very slow start. But eventually, I think I'll get there. It's a lot of slow stuff, but it'll get there eventually. Oh, from like wanting to create like regular story content to being like, I want to do this, that, and the other thing. It's just a matter of I need to figure out time management a little better. And speaking of time management, I need to figure out how I need to get my chat box to be able to run on OBS. But yeah. Oh, aside from my sniffles today. It was a fun time. I'm glad I just got to sit down, chat. I wasn't like overly screaming today, which is probably pretty good in my case. I wasn't overly loud. I wasn't overly screaming at the top of my lungs, which is good because I kind of need to save my throat energy sometimes. But yeah, I'm gonna be good, and I'm gonna go wrap it up here. And thank everybody for wanting to come out today. Hi. I was having a little post-chat wrap-up for the day. My throat's getting tired. I'm getting a little physically sleepy. I need to go get more water. But I had a lot of fun just kind of like genuinely making sure my model actually works while I've been gaming, because this was actually my first full gaming stream to figure it out, because I tend to play everything by ear, and I tend to forget to, you know, practice and practice and practice before I come into streams. I'm a little bad at that. I'm fully honest with it. I am very bad when it comes to preparing for a lot of stuff. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me. I'm sleepy. I need to go get some water. Yeah, I'm gonna get some nice rest tonight. I will see everybody on Wednesday when we are doing Sunhaven and putting my OBS through its paces to make sure that OBS decides to play ball and not randomly shut off or freeze in the middle of stream, because I will be very upset if that happens again. Because then I have to like troubleshoot that and figure out everything else that's wrong with it. And then that means we would have to leave Poppy Playtime and other computer-based games for a while longer. Which is a shame, because I want to play Date with Death again. I'm gonna go on a bar here real fast. Really hammer with OBS. Yeah, I'll let him know who's boss. Yeah, it's like if my PC gaming setup is problematic. I'm just being like, why? What's going wrong? Because I want to play Date with Death when it comes to the DLC portion, because Death is going to be voice acted, which means you don't have to worry about hearing a fake British accent from me again. Which means, yeah, you won't have to worry about hearing a fake British accent from me for him again. Because they were talking about getting him fully voice acted, and I would like to go back through and just see how effective some of those voice lines will be. um Safe for work version, of course, because as much as I would like to play the not safe for work DLC, I can't play it directly on here. Otherwise, I would get bonked, and I would no longer be your realm hopping sorceress who plays games for a living. Okay. That's me before I start yammering on and yapping for another 15 minutes. I'm gonna head out. I will see everybody on Wednesday. We will play some Sunhaven, and Saturday is definitely what I'm looking forward to the most, which is Paper Mario. I'm excited for Paper Mario. There's a particular caveat that I want to explain the day of when we get there. Okay. Thank you again for all coming out tonight. I very much appreciate you guys, and I will see you all the next time. Okay? Bye bye! Still have an issue winking. Gosh darn it.